Some people criticize science fiction films, blaming bad writing and lack of story on digital visual VFX. I tried to explore the relationship between the traditional narrative structure and the VFX in these films. I focused on science fiction because there are conflicting opinions about its use of the VFX. I believe that it's crucial to address these questions as science fiction relies on creativity and imagination. I also tried to look at arguments from both sides, those supporting and opposing the VFX. The main finding is that while the VFX is important, a good story is equally crucial in science fiction. Without both, the audience may not engage because the essence of science fiction lies in its departure from the ordinary world. So, as the topic for my essay, I chose the relationship between digital visual effects and narrative structure in science fiction films, and also does science fiction cinema rely on visual spectacles. In the essay, I discuss different perspectives on what defines science fiction genre. Some people believe that everything that includes futurism or technology is science fiction, or some other people believe that everything that contains any kinds of robots, spaceships, or aliens is science fiction. I believe that a combination of all of these three things comes to people's mind when they're trying to think about what actually science fiction is. Some scholars, like Annette Kuhn, argue that the VFX is crucial to science fiction, while others believe they limit certain genres and disrupt traditional narratives. In this essay, I highlighted the role of the VFX in constructing fictional worlds, attracting attention to the technology used, and creating a sense of realism that engages with the audience. Scholars like Steve Neill argue that special effects influence viewers' emotions, aligning them with the fictional characters. However, there is a tension between traditional narrative filmmaking and the use of DVFX, with some, like Brooks Landon, suggesting that good narrative should hide technical aspects, while DVFX showcases the technology being used in creating those images. The impact of DVFX on science fiction film narratives is also discussed, with some critics suggesting that DVFX can sometimes overshadow the storytelling. However, others argue that DVFX can be considered a form of self-reflexive narrative of films. I also raised questions about whether DVFX is used to cover up weak scripts in the film industry. These days, there are films with absolutely no good stories, but they're filled with tons of scenes of car crashes and explosions. In conclusion, in the essay, I focus on the complexity of defining science fiction and the varied perspectives on the role of DVFX in this genre. I raised questions about whether science fiction narratives should be considered a new type of narrative and explored the balance between narrative and spectacular DVFX in this genre.